Kia ora, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. So we're back with chapter 2, map 1. We've got a few paths here. One has a chance to copy effects, the other shrugs off debuff 60% quicker, plain vanilla, lifesteal, Bane of Damballa, and block penetration. So we're actually going to go through the block penetration path. We've brought in Corvis, Luke Cage, and the Domino Synergy, and we're going to go ahead with Corvis. So on this block penetration path, you take 300% more damage when you're blocking. So what we really want to do is we kind of want to let the opponent block and then go to town on them, because we're not using any glaive charges, but we're doing triple the damage. So, but unfortunately here he's just playing like a good boy and baiting out the SP1, but there we go, he blocks, we can get in there, and anyway, it doesn't really matter, we'll just throw the SP1 here, 100%, finish him off, pick up a charge, move on to the next one. What you don't want to do in this path is you do not want to actually block, because you'll take 3 times the damage. So you want to evade or hit into their block. So next up we have 2 Captain Americas, but this one is the like World War II one, so he's not actually an Avenger. I won't get a charge from him, but hopefully he should be pretty easy to fight. So we'll just play keep away. He intercepted me there, which I didn't quite like. There we get our opening. And man, he's so aggressive. What the hell? Just step back, buddy. So throw that. Okay, we'll just have to intercept, I guess. Throw the SP2 in here. He's not going to get to the SP3, and if he just steps back for a moment, but he just keeps intercepting. Man, he's a pain. There we go. That gets rid of him, but yeah, he was really, really aggressive. So we'll move on to now the Avenger Captain America, and this one should be a bit easier. So let's go ahead, maybe we can pick up a couple of charges here. Well, 2 of those hits actually did damage, the rest didn't. So we might just go in. Good thing though is I've got that fatigue, and that fatigue actually heals me up a little bit, which I probably need after that last fight. There we go. We'll throw the SP1, that should be pretty damn close. Here's an opening, and he's gone. Cool, so now we've got 2 charges, we keep moving forward. We got Voodoo next. I could use Luke Cage, but I actually brought Luke Cage mostly for Manthing, which we're going to meet later on, I think, because he's a mystic, and I like Luke Cage for mystics. And with 2 charges, Corvis is a beast on this line. So that's done. Keep on moving forward. We got Human Torch now. Hopefully we don't die to Human Torch. He's a bit difficult to fight, but we just, if he's not aggressive, we can hit into his block and get him down before he picks up his charges, before he picks up temperature and starts doing nasty damage to us. Unfortunately, he's already doing nasty damage to us, but look at that, 9,000 block damage, makes it pretty easy. So that takes care of that line. Thank you, Corpus. And now we move on to Manthing. So Manthing is a mystic who doesn't have much, but he's a hero. He's not actually a villain. If above, increases attack, increases regen. He's immune to armor break and shatter. He's also immune to bleed. He has this emotion thing, which, based on agitation, increases his attack. He's good at fighting villains. He can nullify stuff 15% of the time. He casts these toxic pulse pustules, whatever they're called, which then will turn into a poison debuff and an armor break, which deal pretty decent damage per second, over 15 seconds. When he's heavy, he becomes unstoppable, and he can nullify his charge and turn it into a poison. SP1 places it, SP2 nullifies, SP3 converts them into grants a fury buff and converts them into poison, and does all sorts of things. So anyway, you don't particularly want to be pushing to SP3, but what you want to try to do here with Luke Cage is get into a rhythm, get the exhaustion up, and hopefully try to just chain stun him until he gets to his SP3, because then we can tank it with our indestructible. So far we're carrying out the plan. It's going pretty well, apart from, unfortunately, we're not getting the stuns in this particular fight. So let's see. Nope. Normally I get a lot of stuns down on him, but not this time, it seems. There's the SP2. Okay, cool. So we evaded that, but we got clipped by the indestructible, which is not part of the plan. But now that he's stunned, maybe I can get a good run of stun lock. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaustion is up. If he throws an SP3 now, I'm kind of stuffed. My only really hope is to just stun him. Okay, that's fine. That buys me a little bit more time. No. Well, you get to see his SP3. I guess that's one benefit of this. And yeah, it's pretty nasty. Okay, so he kind of ruins me there. I'm going to bring in Corvis because he doesn't have to worry about the poison, and I can probably finish him before he can kill me, because of my charges. So poison doesn't matter to me. Throw the SP1. Oh, that's not enough. I walked right into that one. Okay, no problem. So anyway, he's almost done. So we'll go in with Red Hulk, see if we can finish him off. You'd think he's the boss, but I don't think he is the boss. I think he's actually supposed to be kind of easy. And on previous runs, I've taken care of him with Luke Cage. So yeah, Luke Cage is kind of my best option against him. But of course, any like Blade with Mystics would also be good, and Human Torch would also be good. So now we move on to Elsa, and Elsa is a bit tricky, right? So her debuffs last 100% longer. She's got SP2 bias, and if you look at her abilities, she can do a lot of damage with her charges. When she's affected by a bleach, she casts a degen on you. She can purify stuff. Her parry means she has a 100% chance to evade the next attack. She's got 2 Hellfire rounds, and she has this like Cold Snap Incinerate thing going on. She can increase the effectiveness of that. Yeah, she's a little bit funky. You can read through everything that she does, but the main thing is that she's got a bit of a high chance to evade, especially if she parries you, and if you change, if you hit her with the same basic attack twice. I think that's what I've read. So what we're going to do here is we're going to parry heavy, or fight her like we would Sentinel, which is either parry heavy or light medium, or medium light, depending on where you're going. We throw the SP2 here. She's stunned. I get in there one. I was going to try to heavy. Luckily, I've evaded that. Otherwise, it probably was going to be lights out. I can throw in one more heavy, and that takes care of her. That looked very easy, I know, but it was not. It took me several tries to get this recording, so hopefully it helped you out. Play her like Sentinel, don't do the same attack twice. Domino is the bomb. Hopefully this helped you out. If it did, like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you have any questions, post them below and I'll do my best to get back to them. Ka kite, no bros and girls. See you in the next one.